Tonight I want to show you that there is no difference between a small desire and a great one. The law that moves the dime is the same law that moves the million. To the law of consciousness, there are no degrees of difficulty. It is only we who measure and call one thing easy and another hard. But to God, nothing is small, nothing is great. All things are alike. To imagine finding a coin on the street and to imagine holding a fortune in your hand is the same act of imagining. The difference lies only in your acceptance of it as real. Now, a lady once said to me, Mr. Goddard, I have proved this law for small things. I find parking spaces, little checks, unexpected gifts. But when I imagine a large sum of money, nothing happens. And I said to her, my dear, you've confessed your own limitation. You have made the law small because you think imagination must strain for greater things. Imagination never strains, it simply assumes, and rests in the feeling that it is already done. You do not make it so. You rest because it is so. Think for a moment. Does the power that created the Milky Way find it harder to make a penny than a planet? The same power that shaped the stars made the coin in your pocket. It is we who call one small and the other great. The power knows no such measure. Some years ago, a gentleman came to me in Los Angeles and said, Neville, I have no work, no money, and no prospects. I asked, what do you want? He said, I only need a few dollars to get by. I told him, my friend, you did not come into this world to barely get by. You came to live. Do not insult the law by asking for so little. Dare to imagine abundance. That night he went home and imagined himself counting a thick roll of bills, feeling the crisp paper, hearing the sound, smelling the ink. He fell asleep in that mood, and weeks later, an old employer who had forgotten all about him called to say, I owe you something from years ago. Come and collect it. The check was far greater than the few dollars he had asked for. The law had not changed, only the man's measure of what was possible had changed. Your limitation is never in the law, it is in your conception of yourself. When you change that conception, the world you live in changes with it. So I tell you tonight, do not call any desire small. The moment you desire, you are hearing the call of a higher state. Your task is not to struggle, but to accept that invitation. You accept by feeling it real and resting in that knowing. Do not think of money as numbers or paper. It is life itself, frozen imagination taking form. The freer you imagine, the freer it flows. You do not earn it, you express it. You are the operant power. If today you need a dime, imagine it. If tomorrow you need $1 million, imagine that too. But remember, you are not appealing to two powers. There is only one law, one power, one God. And that power moves the dime as easily as it moves the million. A man who can imagine himself holding a single coin can imagine himself possessing a fortune. For the law makes no distinction. The difference is not in the size of the wish, but in the confidence of the imaginer. If $1 million feels too large, begin not with the figure, but with the feeling. Do not imagine the number. Imagine the freedom it represents, the ease, the relief, the gratitude. Hold that feeling until it feels natural. And when it feels natural, the world will rearrange itself to reflect that assumption. So tonight, when you go to sleep, do not pray for money. Pray because you already have it. Feel the satisfaction, the joy of completion. And as you drift into sleep, know that the same law that can move a dime across the street can move $1 million through unseen channels into your hands. I tell you, to this law of consciousness, there is no great, I'm no small, no hard, I'm no easy. there is only fulfillment. You are not praying to a God afar off. You are speaking to the infinite being within you, your own divine imagination. That is God. The very power that created the world is now creating through you. All things are possible to him who believes, and that him is you.